it's Courtney from Your House Fitness, and I'm going to demonstrate some exercises that you can do with these bands and some kind of attachment, okay? So if you're lucky enough to have access to something like this, nice and heavy, like a weight rack or kettlebell rack, you can tie it to the bottom, the middle. If you don't have anything like that, you can tie these bands to door attachments you can buy. There's like a railing by a staircase in a park by my house. I tie it to the railing outside. Trees, if you're in a school yard, you know, like the soccer goalpost, just tie it to the goalpost and work out there. It's great. But anyway, you want to find something that's heavy that won't move, and then you can do all these fun exercises. So yeah, in my condo, we don't have access to a Smith machine in my condo. So Smith machine, cable machine, squat rack. Therefore, you can buy a set of 5 bands and do all these fancy exercises. All right, so the first things I like to do are usually warm up my shoulders and my back, okay? So some of you know I used to be a competitive swimmer, so this was my go-to warm-up for swimming. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the red band, which is pretty light, and I'm gonna do some stuff like straight arm, kind of lat kickbacks here, okay? So just warming up here. And then I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't know, 10 or so, then I can go right into a row. I didn't even have to move the band, huh? So doing a row here, okay? I can do all sorts of fun things here. With this band here, I'm gonna do some chops. So I'm gonna put my inside hand closest to the band, okay? Here, and I'm gonna just basically, you can do all sorts of different things. So I'm gonna thread my fingers, do some chops, okay? So I'm just gonna warm up my obliques, get a little bit of core in. I'm gonna do some rotator cuff work after, okay? So again, you can pick and choose the bands, but as my first exercises, I like to go pretty light, okay? Prime things here. So stuff like chops. And then look, I'm kind of already transitioning to presses. Like, it just happened naturally. So you wanna make a circuit out of this, you can do all sorts of fun things, okay? So this is more of a dynamic press, this is press with a rotation, okay? This kind of idea, punching. This band's light enough to allow me to do that without any type of like pullback and pain. Presses, it's already set up. I could do some overhead work if I wanted. I'd do some more shoulder warming up if I were you before you did this. But overhead presses here, single. You can stand on one leg if you want to. You can do all sorts of fun things. Rotator cuff work too. So for me, what I usually do is, for some of you guys gotta do your internal, external rotation. Okay, so you're gonna do all your homework here. I probably make sure that it's tied a little bit higher. And this is the one where you can put something here like a pillow. I usually will just put my hand here. I'm a little more flexible than some of you, I understand. And I hold on to my arm here, and you can do internal rotation here. Okay, you can do external rotation here. Okay, again, if you're not sure on form with those things, you can check out some tutorials, okay? But basically, I'm gonna do some rotator cuff work here, and then I'm gonna do some stuff on the other side. So I'm gonna bring this back down. So many exercises you can do with just the band in one spot. It's amazing, it's incredible. All right, I also like this one at the bottom because then I can do some overhead tricep work. So basically this one here, okay? So abs of steel. So I mean, weights are really expensive right now because I think there's a shortage of reason buying them up. So you could just, with bands, and go up in resistance with the bands, do all your favorite exercises. So overhead tricep extensions, you guys remember, again, check out a tutorial for form, but just make sure that your form is good. You tighten up your butt, your abs, and basically do some overhead extensions here, okay? So all sorts of fun things there. So many exercises. All right. So, oh, I almost forgot my other favorite, biceps. Oh my God. So you can do some kind of crazy bicep curls here. Now this is not exactly the perfect setup for this, but you get the idea. You could do some pulls this way, okay? It's not perfect form, but get myself here, there we go. Listen, okay, I'm short. If I could get up on something, it'd be better, all right? But basically biceps, you can basically do an entire upper body workout with just a couple of bands tied around a bar there, all right? These are a couple of my other favorite ones. So this is tied here, okay? So it's a little bit higher than the red one, and I'm gonna get in it, all right? So here's some stuff that people probably don't ever think about, but you can do all sorts of fun explosive exercises with the band kind of around your waist. So basically you take a couple paces out so you can feel the resistance, okay? So I'm kind of leaning into the band. Play with the resistance that you have, okay? This is the black band. You can go a little heavier, okay? There's a blue one and an orange one you could use as well. And you can do all sorts of things. So you could do just squats, okay, where you're pushing against the band at the top. So I'm gonna get that extra glute engagement, okay? I'm gonna do some plyo, okay, where I'm gonna jump against it. Ooh, I can feel that. where you have to fight against the resistance, okay? Sounded like a Rage Against the Machine song. Can do some lunges here, okay? Gonna do some jumping. Can do some, this one's my favorite, I love this one. So get into a lunge position, and you can do a high knee, and what's gonna happen is the band is gonna help you activate your standing legs glute. It's a fantastic tool. I'm gonna switch legs so you can see that, okay? So if I do a lunge with the resistance pulling me backwards, I have to use this glute, my right glute facing you guys, much more than I would without this band. It's fantastic. So then I'm gonna basically drive my knee up, 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 and I can feel this glute activating way more than if I did not have this band. So just a really great way to add some extra oomph to your workouts, okay? So we got our lunges, we got our squats. Oh, another nasty one is high knees, okay? So get this around your waist, take a couple paces forward, make sure you don't go so heavy that you go flying backwards, okay? Would be hilarious fail video, but you probably hurt yourself, okay? So you can do your high knees, woo, as if your trainer's behind you, pulling you, okay? And again, you're fighting the resistance here, okay? Try them out. If you think that you can go a little bit heavier, by all means, try. I would suggest you do a warm-up round with lighter bands first, okay, to assess that. And then from there, feel free. So sometimes I'll switch it up, okay? Use the blue band for stuff like that. But again, if you're afraid that it's gonna pull you back, start with the red one, start with the black one, and then the second round you wanna do, progress to something a little bit heavier. But you get the idea, make sure it's secured. Remember, all I did, I don't have any fancy attachment here, I just took the band, I just basically put it around and then thread it through, okay? And then pulled it tight, okay? That's pretty much all I did there. So nothing too crazy there, but yeah. If you have any favorite exercises or anything you'd like to share, let us know. I'm always looking for new things to do with these bands, but issues, questions, let us know. We'll see you guys next time, okay? Whew, happy working out.